Saladin's name is etched in history as one of the greatest military tacticians, yet his legacy is defined not just by his strategic brilliance but also by his extraordinary character. His chivalry and commitment to avoiding unnecessary bloodshed set him apart, often overshadowing even his remarkable conquests. Despite being born into a modest family without royal privileges, Saladin emerged as a peerless leader of his era. His aspirations were humble. He longed for a life of scholarship, dedicated to religion and philosophy. But destiny had grander plans, and Saladin's journey unfolded against the backdrop of war and turmoil. Saladin's early life was marked by his intellectual pursuits, but the world around him was gripped by the chaos following the First Crusade. As a young boy, Saladin witnessed the devastation wrought by crusaders who claimed to fight in the name of God. Cities were razed, sacred monuments desecrated, and countless lives lost in the pursuit of power. At just 14 years old, Saladin joined his uncle Shirkuh on an expedition to Egypt, reluctantly abandoning his dreams of academia. Despite his initial reluctance, Saladin displayed remarkable skill as a soldier. Under Shirkuh's mentorship, he evolved into a disciplined and strategic leader, earning the respect of his peers and adversaries alike. In 1169, when Shirkuh passed away, Saladin was chosen to lead Nur al-Din's forces in Egypt, a decision that forever changed his life. As the vizier to Egypt's Caliph Al-Adid, Saladin's influence grew rapidly. Despite Al-Adid's initial efforts to control him, Saladin's charisma and tactical acumen turned the tables. Following Al-Adid's death in 1171, Saladin established himself as the ruler of Egypt, marking the end of the Fatimid Caliphate and the beginning of the Ayyubid dynasty. Saladin's rise to power was fraught with danger. His position made him a constant target of conspiracies and revolts. Early in his rule, Saladin uncovered a plot against his life orchestrated within his own palace. The swift and decisive punishment he meted out sent a clear message to would-be traitors. Simultaneously, he faced resistance from Egyptian soldiers who struggled to accept him as their leader. Saladin's resilience and strategic brilliance quelled the rebellion, securing his rule. To solidify his position, Saladin eliminated dissenters and ensured loyalty within his administration. Though his methods were ruthless, they were effective in stabilizing a volatile region. Tragedy struck in the following years, with the deaths of his father and his mentor Nur al-Din. These losses profoundly affected Saladin, but they also freed him to pursue his vision, uniting the Islamic world. Damascus held a special place in Saladin's heart, and his opportunity to claim it arose when the city faced threats from neighboring rulers. Although he respected his late mentor's legacy, Saladin recognized the strategic importance of Damascus. Welcomed by its people, he seized the city and began expanding his control over Syria and beyond. His campaigns brought him into conflict with various Muslim rulers, but his determination and skill secured victories, including the capture of Aleppo, Mosul, and Yemen. Depicts Saladin at the forefront of a large Muslim army, his face a picture of resolve as he leads his troops towards the Crusader-held Jerusalem. The army is diverse, consisting of various factions that Saladin has united under his banner. In the background, the towering walls of Jerusalem can be seen in the distance, setting the stage for the impending siege. The setting is dramatic, with sunlight breaking through dark clouds, symbolizing the unity and divine purpose behind Saladin's mission to reclaim the holy city. As a ruler, Saladin demonstrated a progressive approach to governance. He reformed Egypt's administration, replaced untrustworthy officials, and strengthened the military. Saladin's focus on fairness and compassion extended to all his subjects, regardless of their religion or social status. His policies encouraged trade, reduced taxes on the poor, and emphasized justice. Following the death of his mentor Nur al-Din in 1174, Saladin turned his attention to unifying Islamic territories. By 1186, he had consolidated power across Syria, Mesopotamia, Palestine, and Egypt. His efforts to modernize governance and improve the lives of his people laid the foundation for a legacy that transcended his military achievements. In 1187, Saladin launched a campaign to reclaim Jerusalem, achieving a decisive victory at the Battle of Hattin. His forces systematically dismantled Christian strongholds, culminating in Jerusalem's surrender. Initially, Saladin considered avenging the massacre of Muslims during the First Crusade by slaughtering the city's Christian inhabitants. However, he chose mercy, allowing them to purchase their freedom. His decision reflected his commitment to justice and his vision of a unified, harmonious society. Saladin's life was a testament to the power of character and vision. Though he was a formidable warrior, his compassion, generosity, and sense of justice defined his rule. He transformed the regions he governed, bringing stability, prosperity, and unity to a fractured world. Saladin's story is not just one of battles won, but of a leader who embodied the ideals of chivalry and humanity, leaving an indelible mark on history.